My home for 37 years. Yeah, man. Durham is a really unique place. It's a very diverse community, very deep, very black roots um, that are creative, entrepreneurial, um, southern. There are a lot of unique characteristics to Durham, and I feel really blessed to have grown up here, to have had the type of mentorship that I've had, the type of education and exposure to culture and community that I've had. Um,
Hmm.
and there were just a lot of people from Durham that you can't, that were, just to use your term, just Renaissance people. I'm thinking about like Polly Murray, who was a poet, a civil rights attorney who basically, wrote the blueprint for Brown versus Board of Education that Thurgood Marshall and them used. You know, Episcopal priest, you name it, just a queer black person, back in the 50s and the 40s, from Durham.
Hmm.
Just we're built different. It's something in the water, I guess. Um, I'm thinking about like Ernie Barnes, you know, Durham native, went to Hillside, athlete, football player, pro football player, but also like a painter, and painted the cover of Marvin Gaye's "I Want You" album, and was also like a civil rights activist. Like, not all athletes have that kind of resume, but I think in Durham, being a multi hyphenate is kind of more common than than your average community. So those were the people I learned about and were inspired by growing up. And I just kind of followed that blueprint and have been invested in the many things that pique my interest and align with my values, whether it be politics or art or education.